Hi, I'm Susie.
And I'm Randall.
And this is Before the Hangover.
Hello, everybody. This is our podcast. It's called Before the Hangover, the podcast where me and Susie talk about our crazy lives during these crazier times, all while enjoying a drink. Susie, let's just acknowledge the fact that that's the first time that I've gotten that intro right in
a really long time.
Like 3 weeks.
It is. Good job.
Anyways, what are we
drinking?
drinking?
Super sober today.
Yeah, I'm super sober.
Super sober. Today we're drinking Margaritas.
What? Just a plain old margarita on the rocks?
On the rocks, babe, with
on
some
the rocks,
salt around the rim.
What does on the rocks mean?
It's just on ice.
Yeah, so where's the ice in your
Sorry,
drink?
I didn't.
It melted.
My drink?
Yeah, you don't have any rocks.
No, I have no more rocks. They're
She
melted.
got no rocks. Susie
You know
got
what?
no rocks.
You know what? We were about to film and then we both were hungry, so I made dinner.
Yeah.
And then now we're back.
So she made dinner, which was actually breakfast. It was eggs and toast.
In case you're wondering.
Now, here's what's even more interesting. I'm having a cherry blade lemonade by Bang. And this one is actually on the rocks.
That one is on the rocks. That one's new.
This one is on the rocks. Now, here's the great thing about Bang is
Stop.
they haven't sponsored me yet. Bang has all your basic needs. It's 0 calories, 0 sugar. The total carbohydrates, 0.
All right, your time's
protein,
out.
0.
Bang, please sponsor us and we'll give you a longer ad.
Yeah, they pretty much have your basic EAAs, which is actually EAAs, which actually stands for essential amino acids.
Randall, we get it. You would be a good sponsor for them.
So anyways, yeah. So we're enjoying a nice little cherry blade lemonade. It's great. And you're enjoying a margarita on the rocks without the rocks.
Yep.
Hold the rocks.
Hold the rocks. Actually, let them melt. More importantly, Margs, babe. Margaritas. I forgot how much I loved this shit. This makes my inner slut come out and I can't explain it.
What the hell is happening?
It does. I can't explain it.
All right.
It makes like my inner sorority girl come out.
Okay. I didn't know you had an inner one.
I didn't either.
Sweet.
Until literally right now. It's like all I'm thinking about. I can't. I'm just saying.
Be like one of those sorority sluts and open up for us. Tell us what you're thinking.
I'm just saying that margaritas and tequila, inner Susie slut. And
yeah.
I really can't control her. So
good. Don't control her.
This is going to be a fun podcast. This was recommended by It's Elisa Weaver.
It's Elisa Weaver.
Or Alyssa.
It's Alyssa Weaver. Actually, it's pronounced. It's Alyssa Weaver.
I did not just mispronounce like one of the easiest names.
I also like that her name is like a response to that. Like, it's Alicia. And then she's like, no, it's Alyssa Weaver.
Susie, it's Alyssa.
Yeah.
Sorry, babe.
Shout out to Alyssa Weaver and shout out to Grammar.
Someone else recommended this.
Yes. Our good friend Ron Janae.
She has a podcast too.
She has a podcast too called On the Rocks with Ron Janae.
And she's like, you guys have to do Margs. And I was like, done.
Yeah, she said we had to do Margs and Messy Moments. And I do like being told what to do, but we're only going to do the Margs part.
Sorry, babe, but I'm saying babe so many times. See, I told you my inner slut comes out.
Yeah,
I've already said babe like 10 times.
So are you telling me that every time that you say babe, that you're being slutty? And that you've probably had a marg that day?
Maybe. Maybe if it's like more than 3.
Probably. So
if
now
it's more than 3,
knows
babes.
Her inner secret, whenever she says babe, she's
being
drunk. Which a lot of her TikToks.
Almost everyone.
Starts with good morning, babe. Which means she is drunk when she wakes up.
So
Margaritas.
Were you about to cheers?
I was about to cheers, but no, we're not going to cheers yet.
Not yet. We need to tell you about Margs.
Yeah.
So Margarita means daisy in Spanish.
Yeah. Which doesn't Susie mean?
Shut up. No.
Susie thought that her name meant daisy in Spanish. Here's the thing. It doesn't. It doesn't mean that in Spanish.
I didn't say my name meant daisy in Spanish.
What did you say?
I said, when you told me that Margarita meant daisy in Spanish, I said, I think my name means daisy. It doesn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said in Spanish.
Yeah, the in Spanish part was incorrect.
Okay.
But that whole sentence is wrong. My name means Lily.
Yeah. So your name means Lily.
Yeah, I messed up.
Margarita means Spanish, and Randy means horny. So
there you go.
Hope you're Randy, babe.
I hope you're ranty, babe.
I mean hungry.
Oh, that's good. That's really funny, actually.
Thank you. I'm a comedian. Support me.
So margaritas are basically, it's tequila and then lime, orange liqueur, and then some people put either simple syrup or agave. So in mine, I put a really tiny bit of agave, but it's mostly just the tequila, the lime, and the orange liqueur. But what's interesting is it means daisy in Spanish, and then that also, people think it's a twist on the daisy cocktail, which came first.
The daisy cocktail?
Yeah, which is basically the same thing, but with soda.
Oh.
Yeah.
Instead of what?
Instead of just nothing. Like, it has, like, a spirit, a citrus, orange liqueur, and soda.
Oh.
Which is basically a margarita plus soda.
Nice.
Yeah, so now I kind of want to try a daisy, and that could be my new slutty name.
Yeah. Yeah. Because your name actually means daisy.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. Here's a fast fact about margaritas. Is that its origins are murky. We don't really know who started it.
Yeah.
Just like most good drink origin stories, there's multiple people who claim that they made it.
Right.
And the margarita is no different. Some people in 1948 said that they created it and that Tommy Hilton added it to his bar menu to one of his hotels, one of his Hilton
hotels?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And he claimed that he made it, and the tagline was Margarita, it's more than a girl's name. So look at that. But then Margarita was actually mentioned 3 years earlier by someone else. So probably
Don't you
wrong.
think it would be like in Mexico where a lot of tequila's made? I feel like that's where it would start.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you would think that Tijuana is where they think it started. So is that Mexico? I don't know.
We suck at geography.
Now here's something that's really interesting, and this is a real fast fact from this website that we're getting all of our facts from. Mm-hmm. The margarita is popular. That is a fast fact?
That is a fast fact.
Yeah.
Hey guys, fun fact. Margarita.
It's popular.
It's popular.
And actually, I didn't really read more into it, but it said it was the most ordered drink in 2008.
Wow.
So that's good to know.
So popular.
If you ever want to know a weird fact to impress a woman, just tell her that the margarita was the most ordered drink in 2008, and she'll be like,
okay,
take off my pants, you know?
Would she?
Yeah.
If she's having a margarita, maybe.
Yeah, because her inner slut will come out. And
Yeah,
she'll be
her
like,
inner slut. She'll be like, yeah, you're right.
Anyways, Margarita means Susie, and Susie means Daisy.
Or Lily, yeah.
Yeah.
But, so, cheers.
Wait, before we cheers, because this is
oh my God.
At home.
We forgot this. Yes, Tucson.
Tucson is where they hold the world competition for best margarita.
Yes.
Right here in Tucson, Arizona, where we're both from.
Don't ever say Tucson's not cool ever freaking again.
Yeah, because Tucson holds the competition for the most popular drink in 2008.
That is amazing.
Yeah, so F all the haters, come down to Tucson.
Wait, 2008?
Well, remember, it was the most popular drink in 2008.
Okay.
So, so we hold the competition for the best drink of 2008.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Keep up, you inner slut.
Keep up,
you slut. Yes, now we can cheers. We can cheers now.
Cheers to margaritas before the hangover.
Yeah, sponsor me, Bang.
It's even good watered down.
Now, here's the thing about Bang Energy.
Oh, Randall.
This isn't my favorite flavor. Cherry Blade Lemonade, I'm not going to lie. It's not my favorite, but it's not bad. So.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, you were giving your drink review of drinking it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, are we literally going to give Bang another freaking sponsor?
No, we're
right
not going
now?
to give them too many shout outs because we don't want to look desperate, but we do want to let them know that we care about them.
I bet they know.
Their message, because their message is important. Now, you know what else is important? Is my safety and health. And do you know what happened to me yesterday? My safety and health was put in jeopardy.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
I got pulled over by the po-po.
What were you doing?
Nothing. I was doing nothing wrong, and the po-po still pulled me over. And it was kind of scary. I thought I was going to get a DUI, and I haven't been drinking. That's how scary it was.
You haven't had alcohol since the Long Island iced tea.
I haven't. Yeah, I think that was the last time I had alcohol. Was with you.
Yeah.
On this podcast.
And then before that, it was like months.
Yeah, and before that, it was a longer. And the police didn't care. They said, no, we're going to pull this guy over regardless.
Tell this whole story. What time was this at?
So I was leaving my parents' house because I love my mom and I love hanging out with her. And by house, funny. I mean they live in an RV and they travel the world because they're hillbillies. And,
they're so cute. I love that.
And so I was leaving their place and I'm driving and all of a sudden a cop is behind me, lights on.
Okay.
I've been pulled over by the cops many a time. I've had many troubles with the police.
Really?
I'm not a bad person and I normally don't get charged with anything. But I have
white?
Weird encounter. No, because they see my shoulders and immediately they think we can't beat this guy.
They're like, all right, fine.
Yeah, they see my shoulders.
We have to let him go. He's so ripped.
Yeah. Sometimes a lot of them think they're like, wow, the mountains got snow tonight. They say that to me and I go, no, that's just dandruff on my shoulders. So that's what happens to me. So they pulled me over and he asked me to give him my license and registration, and I gave it to him, and then he said, do you know why I pulled you over? And I go, no, I have no idea. And he goes, you pulled out of that bar back there, and you were turning right, but you went all the way into the left lane, and that's illegal. And I went, yes, that is illegal, but I didn't pull out of a bar.
Yeah.
Because I didn't.
Right.
I legit did not just pull out of a bar. And he was like, you didn't just pull out of a bar.
Oh my gosh.
And
I
was
would be
like,
so scared.
No. And he goes, can you please give me your keys? I'll be right back. I don't know why he had to take my keys.
Probably because he thinks like you would run away.
Maybe,
or
but
drive
I was
away.
being very cooperative.
Yeah.
And so he takes my keys and then he comes back and he goes, can you please get out of the car?
Oh my God.
And I was like, yeah, I'll get out of the car. And then he goes on to give me a sobriety test.
That is so scary.
Right.
Did you start to question yourself? Were you like, did I actually go to a bar and not know?
Immediately started to question everything. I was like, I think I've been drunk forever. I've never been sober. I don't know what's real or what not. I was like, I probably was drinking this whole time. I wasn't drinking Bang at all.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, there's probably a body in the back of my car right now. I don't know what's real and what's not real because it was absurd.
Yeah.
And
that's crazy that he was so determined. Like,
yeah.
He was so confident that you did this, that he made you, like, get outside of the car and do a sobriety test.
Yeah. Now, I've done 3 sobriety tests in my life. And every single one I passed.
Congrats.
Because here's the thing. Practice makes perfect. So if you guys ever want to get good at getting past the cops, get drunk and do sobriety tests by yourself.
Oh, by yourself.
Yeah.
Not in a car.
Not in a car, and don't drink and drive. But if you ever are drunk and you need to take a sobriety test, and I don't know why that would be, make sure that you've done the practice before because you can get away with it. So here's the thing. I wasn't drinking. He takes me out. I'm immediately thinking he's going to make me do the alphabet backwards because that's what they usually ask, and that's impossible.
Do they actually?
Sometimes they do, yes. And it's impossible to do. But I
can do the alphabet backwards.
Do it.
Z, Y, X, W, V, U, T, S, R, Q, P, L, M, N, L, K, J, I, H, G, F, E, D, C, B, A.
How can you do that, but you don't know what your own name means?
I don't know. Don't ask me too many questions. I'm a weird person.
Okay.
Continue on, though.
Also, second off, I don't even think any cop would know. Like, I don't even know if you did it correctly.
You just have to say ZYXW and then
ZYXW?
CBA. And then
ZYXW, CBA. And then they're like, okay.
Everything else in the middle can be wrong. No one knows.
Yeah. It would be a funny joke to be like, do the ABCs backwards, and you just go, CBA. And then they go, what do you mean? Or you just turn around. That's what my, stupid dad
funny.
joke. Yeah. Do it backwards. You just turn around and say
it.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then they taser you, and then you're in jail.
But that is funny.
I immediately thought, because here's the thing. You just did it. I wouldn't know if that was correct or not. Or there's no way a cop would be like, you missed L.
Right.
You know, you're arrested. Like, there's no way that if you miss one letter, he would be like, that's proof that you were drunk.
Yeah. That is a really stupid thing.
Or sober, yeah.
When also no one can just picture I mean, some people can, but anyways, continue.
So he doesn't make me do that. He makes me walk. He makes me touch my nose. He makes me watch his pen. He makes me suck on... No, I'm just kidding. He makes me blow into a breathalyzer, and I blow 0, and I pass everything. And he then looked very disappointed, and he goes, I'm not going to give you a ticket. This is just going to be a learning experience.
What the fuck?
He goes, I'm not going to give you a ticket. We'll just call this a learning experience.
Okay.
And I was like, a learning experience for who? For you? Like, what the hell is going on?
That is so funny. It probably is for him, honestly.
Yeah, I was like, way to play that off like
it's like
it was still my fault and I should be lucky that you didn't give me a ticket.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure I didn't pull out into the far left lane.
He's literally gaslighting you.
I didn't pull out of a bar. Yeah.
Yeah, he's straight up gaslighting you.
Straight up gaslighting
Throughout
me.
the entire time, made you question everything. Afterwards, being like, all right, it's just a learning experience for you.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I was like, this dude's lucky that I didn't have Facebook Live going and I wasn't more emotional. Because he would have been viral. If I would have been like, look at what this guy's doing just because my shoulders are so wide.
Or because your car's red or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have a red car. He has every right to pull me over. So anyways, that was my night the other night. And I just kept thinking about how I kept saying like I was lucky that I didn't get in trouble. And then I was like, why do I feel lucky?
Yeah, you didn't even pull out of anything, right?
I didn't do anything
to do that
wrong.
like illegal turn. Because obviously that's
I was
wrong.
just driving straight.
Yeah, that's insane. That's literally, I would be so annoyed. Like, imagine if that happened and you were trying to get somewhere. Like, obviously you wanted to go home, but you know.
Right. What have you ever been pulled over? You have any good cop stories?
I've been pulled over, I'm trying to think, just once. And I told you this, but I was like super confident when I was in high school.
Yeah. What happened?
About myself. I thought everyone loved me. And
yeah.
They didn't. Which is kind of funny. But I was 18 and I was driving home from work and it was super late. I worked at a coffee shop and we had open mic. And I was speeding and I got pulled over. And the cop was like super nice. I mean, he was a normal cop looking back at it, but he was asking me questions like, oh, where are you coming from? And things like that. He's like, what were you doing?
Yeah.
And then like looking back, I'm like, oh, he was trying to see if I was drinking or something. But in my head, I was like, oh, he's flirting with me hardcore.
So you start giving it back?
Kinda. I was like, oh my gosh, is this what it's like to like have a cop pull you over and start flirting with you? And then he was like, all right, can I see your license and registration? I was like, oh shit. Yeah.
You were like, yeah, and you give him your phone number?
Yeah, I'm like, here, call me after.
Yeah.
And I gave that all to him. He's like, anyways, here's your ticket. Don't do it again. And it became like super serious. And I was like, oh, I don't think he was flirting with me.
No.
That's literally my only cop story. And then I had to pay, I don't remember how much it was. It felt like a lot. Like, I literally think it was like $700. Is that normal?
That's a lot of money. How fast were you going?
Is that a lot? That's not normal at all.
That's a ton of money.
How much would you say a speeding ticket is?
Okay, going like, because I've had many speeding tickets, going over like 15 to 20 is about $320.
I think it was like
if it was $700?
No, okay, maybe it wasn't. Maybe just to me, it felt like a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, 300 is still a lot. It might have been like 300.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't think it was 700.
Yeah, Jesus, 'cause that's like criminal.
Lot.
Yeah. That is like criminal.
I remember him saying like, you could go to jail for this, and me being like, he loves me so much.
He's like, ma'am, you're under arrest. And you're like, yeah, I am. You freaking dirty
man.
dog. Of course he'd say that.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. I don't know why I was like that in high school. I'm totally not like that now. I like don't make assumptions anymore about people.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Did you have to go to driving school? Or like do like some kind of...
I think that's what I did. Because
He was like, you have to do some school online, and you're like, yeah, I bet I do.
I
bet you would like that, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, instead of paying the ticket, I think I did a class. Like, I had to pay to do an online.
Yeah, to get it off your record.
Yeah. And then that was it. I think that's the only... Oh, and then I told you about the witness thing that I did.
Yeah, talk about that.
Yeah.
Well, this is interesting.
This was... Have you ever called the cops?
Only as a prank.
You called the cops as a prank?
Yeah, as a child.
You were terrible.
Yeah.
Did they ever come to your house?
No.
Would they like call back and be like, let me talk to your parents?
It was always like, you know that this is illegal, you pranking the cops. And then we'd be like, we didn't know that. Bye.
Oh gosh.
And they'd hang up.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was also in high school, and I was driving and I saw a car accident, and I called 911 because I didn't really know what to do. Mm-hmm. And I was in like the very front, and I was like, well, I guess I should call the cops. Like, I watched it happen. Yeah. And it wasn't a bad accident. Like, no one looked like they got hurt, but it was like one of those tricky situations where a car came out of nowhere and I had no idea who did the thing that was wrong. And I called the cops. They were like, okay, cool. I like told them my statement. And then they like, these lawyers kept calling me for like weeks. And they were like, we need you. You're the only eyewitness that called it in.
Did you think that they were all hitting on you?
Yeah, I'm like, guys, I know you're obsessed with me.
Stop calling me. If you're going to call me this much, just take me out.
You're like, take me on a date first, jeez,
Yeah.
before you blow up my phone. And yeah, they were like, we really need you as an eyewitness. Apparently, in the intersections, it was like a 4-lane intersection. I was in the very front, and a lot of people saw this accident. It was like at a busy time during the day. And it's weird that no one else called it in but me.
Yeah, that is weird.
Isn't that weird?
Actually, that's a bias that happens with a lot of humans. If there's a crime that a lot of people see, a lot of people won't report it because they all assume that the other person will report it.
Which I realized, like, when this happened. I was like, wow, literally no one reported it. So I was the only one. I got all these phone calls. And then I literally had to go in to this, like, courtroom with lawyers on both sides. The people, like, a person doing the transcripting thing, or, you know, and like the judge and like all these people, and they were sitting there like hounding me with questions, like, because I was the only eyewitness, and they're like,
as if you committed the crime.
Yes, I was like, I did not sign up for this. It was actually kind of annoying. Like, I had to take time out of the day to do it, and no one got hurt. It was just for like insurance.
Did you get paid?
No, I didn't get paid. Should you get paid for that?
I mean, you get paid for jury duty.
Oh,
I didn't know that you didn't get paid for being a witness.
No, and I missed class, which maybe I thought was cool in high school, but
yeah, that is kind of cool.
Yeah, and then I was just in this room, and they were asking me so many questions. I was like, the light was red, and then the car went, and they're like, well, how did you know the light was red for them? And I was like, well, it was red on my side, and they were, you know, right across from me. Shouldn't it be red for them too? And they were like, well, you don't know that. Like, you didn't see their light. And I'm like, I'm 17 and I'm just your eyewitness and you forced me to come in here. Please stop hounding me with questions. I just wanted to cry. It was terrible.
Yeah. And then they were probably like, how do you know that they ran the red light? And then you were like, well, because it was red for on my side, or on their side it was green for my side. And then they were like, and do you like long walks on the beach? And then you were like, what? And they're like,
can I take you to Applebee's?
Yeah, can I take you to Applebee's? Because they're what's eating good in the neighborhood. They got good deals, combos for 2 people. And you're like, what? And they're like, I said, how do you know that their light was red? And you're like, I'm confused. I'm getting mixed signals. I'm only 17. They're like, you're only 17. Oh, Jesus.
No, Jesus, get out of here.
Jesus. Yeah. Jesus, get out of here.
So, yeah, those are my 2 law enforcement.
I don't think I've told you this.
What?
I have a warrant out for my arrest.
What?
In Florida.
What?
Of course it's in Florida.
Of course it is in Florida. Why?
I've gotten, how many times have you gotten jury duty in your life? 0?
How many?
The day I turned 18, I got jury duty.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What is it, every 4 years?
No, it's like randomly
10?
picked throughout. I had jury duty 2 times before my dad got it once, and my dad was 56 when he got his first jury. It's like randomly selected.
Oh.
And I got 2 before my dad got 1.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So I got jury duty when I was 18. I did that. And then I got it again. And if you don't go to jury duty, you get
a warrant for your arrest?
It's illegal. You can't skip jury duty.
Right.
At the time, I'd moved from Florida, and I was living in Chicago.
Okay.
And it went to my old address asking for me to show up for jury duty, but I didn't live there anymore, and the people who were living there didn't know me, so they threw away the thing.
Yeah.
Then I went and I started living in Arizona, and because I missed jury duty for like over 2 years, this warrant for my arrest showed up in my uncle's house, who I used to live with, also in Florida, and he like sends me this thing that's like, hey, we've got an issue here, and I was like, what the hell?
So what does that like mean? What did you do?
So if I get pulled over while driving in Florida, I will go to jail.
Oh my God.
There's a warrant out for my arrest. Now, here's the thing. They will get in trouble. The charges will be dropped because as long as I can prove that I wasn't living in Florida when they asked for my jury duty,
it's fine.
It's fine. But and also I was like, when am I going to be driving in Florida? It's way more money to try to get that fixed than it is to
It's weird that
have it happen.
It's weird that you could literally have a warrant out for your arrest in a state.
In a state.
And it'd only be in that state, and you would only get in trouble if you're in Florida. Everywhere else, it's fine.
Yeah, but also that makes so much sense because it's Florida.
Just because it's Florida.
Yeah, just because it's Florida, it feels like that makes a lot of sense. And in my head, I was like, well, when's the next time I'm going to be driving in Florida?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I know for a fact that's going to come back and haunt me.
Oh, no.
That's going to come back and haunt me for sure.
No, 100%. It's going to be something, like, special, too.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be in... I can't really picture, like, the perfect moment to get ruined. But it's going to be something where you're there, you forgot about it,
I'm going to
having
get pulled
a great
over for
time.
speeding.
Yep.
Or
or maybe for something that's not even your fault.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Something
They're
that's
gonna say
not
you
even
pulled out
your
of that
fault.
bar and
Yeah.
you're in the
We saw
left
you
lane.
get pulled over for that bar, and now you're arrested because you have a warrant out for your arrest. You're
Yeah.
like, I didn't do any of this.
Yeah. And they're like, we've had a warrant out for your arrest since you were, 21 years old. And I'm going to be like, what?
That's insane.
Yeah. So I got to be careful when I'm driving in Florida.
A criminal.
I'm kind of a cool person,
You are.
to be honest.
Yeah. You're so edgy.
I'm so edgy.
So edgy.
So edgy. Now this brings us, because we were talking about weird laws and how the law is actually just weird in general, like how I can have a warrant out for my arrest in Florida, and we thought that we'd make this more into what we're going to talk about in this podcast.
Yeah.
Right? Who suggested this?
So we went live, and this was suggested by Weeza_music.
Yeah.
And also the One and Tony. They both want us to talk about like weird laws or strange laws where you just read it and you're like, what the heck?
Yeah.
I feel like we have all heard about these type of things. Like you can't chew gum on the sideway, spin around 10 times, and spit it in a tree, or you'll go to jail.
Yeah. Which I actually support that.
Me too. I think that should not. It's not a law, but you know what I mean. That was my example of one. Thank you.
Yeah. Actually, all these weird laws that I found, I kind of weirdly agree with.
Really?
Almost all of them.
I think the weirdest thing is not necessarily the law, but the fact that something had to happen for the law to become a thing.
Maybe.
No,
Not
they do.
Always, though, because I feel like sometimes they're just like, we don't want this to happen.
You think? Because I think the ones I was reading, when I looked it up a little bit, it was all like, this happened in 1919, you know?
Yeah, but I saw one that's like, you can't build nuclear bombs in California, and it's like, well, that never happened.
Yeah, that's true.
Just like a preventive law that they're like.
But that's normal. Why is that weird?
You can build a nuclear bomb anywhere else in the world.
Oh, just not California?
I mean, yeah, because they made it a law.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So, like, I think, like, a lot of times it's, like, kind of common sense. Like, yeah, don't build a nuclear bomb because that's kind of stupid.
Right.
But, like, some of these laws, I think, are preventative.
Interesting.
Laws.
All right, well, let's get into it.
Let's get into it. What do you got?
What do I got? Okay, so I was, like, going state by state. Should we start with Arizona?
We can just start with whatever law you want because I didn't really put mine in any order.
Well, I'll start with Arizona because this is an example of one that has a reason behind it, like I was saying. So in Arizona, it's illegal for a donkey to sleep in a bathtub. And this is weird to me. I have multiple questions about it, but let me continue. So the reason this became a law was because in 1920, a local dam broke in Arizona and flooded a farmer's house. And his donkey was so used to sleeping, this sounds so fake. His donkey was so used to sleeping in the bathtub that when his whole farm flooded, the bathtub took the donkey away for like miles, floated him away.
Yeah.
And they didn't want that to happen again. So it's illegal for a donkey to
What
sleep.
happened when the donkey got to wherever it was?
I don't know. I'm assuming it got... See, it sounds so fake, though, but they have a reason. And but my biggest question is, do donkeys lay down when they sleep?
I don't know.
Because horses don't.
Don't
horses stand up? Isn't that right? I
have no idea.
I think horses...
I know that I stand up when I sleep. And a lot of people find that weird and creepy. But... That's just me.
Well, you are an ass, so.
Oh,
God.
Oh.
Thanks.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that whole thing is really weird, but they had a reason behind it. And I was like, well, Arizona would have a weird law like that. So.
Yeah, it's weird that it's a law. Like, you could go to jail or you could get fined for putting a donkey
in a bathtub. Yeah.
Now, what about putting a donkey in a jacuzzi? Or what about putting a donkey
I think those are fine.
In a shower without the tub? Like,
oh, no, sorry. Now that I remember, it's actually, you can put a donkey in a bathtub. It can't just can't fall asleep.
Oh, so you can't put a donkey in the
Yeah, it can
bathtub.
stand in a bathtub. It just
Okay.
can't be. It can't.
just can't
You
be
can't let
sleep.
it sleep in there.
Okay.
It's just one of those stupid things where you're like, okay, whatever. That can be a law. It's not gonna happen.
But also, yeah, if that does happen, you kind of deserve it.
Yeah,
You kind of deserve the fine.
it's true.
How dare you let your donkey get
That's
into
a
your
kind
house,
of-
and then how dare you be
Yeah.
so soothing that you make it fall asleep?
And it's also like animal abuse. I feel like to put a donkey in a small
that's not
bathtub.
animal abuse to make it fall asleep. In
Yeah,
a
in a
bathtub?
small bathtub.
I
Yes,
fall
it is.
asleep in the bathtub all the time.
That's not safe.
Why not?
Right.
The water's not running.
Oh, okay.
How does that make it better? No, I do fall asleep in the bathtub though. You ever make yourself a bath and then turn off the water and then you
Take a nap?
sleep?
No.
You've never done that?
No.
One time I fell asleep in the hot tub with my dad, which you're not supposed to do, and we woke up
What?
and it was daytime.
No.
And
Wait, did you I say this every single time you tell the story. Did you actually?
Yes, we did. We did.
Both
actually.
of you fell asleep.
Both of us fell asleep at night, and we woke up and it was daytime.
What?
Yeah.
You must have been a prune fest.
I was so pruny. I thought I was my dad, and I thought my dad was dead. and yeah.
Where did this happen?
Where did this happen?
Like, yeah, that is so random.
Where did this?
How? Where? I have so many
It
questions.
happened at our house. We had a jacuzzi because my dad was doing well, financially, and we were outside, and that's like what we did. That's how we had father-son time. Was in the bathtub, not in the bathtub. Yeah, actually, yeah. You know what? We called it the outdoor bathtub, and
This is getting
we
weird.
both wore bathing suits. So don't worry.
Yeah.
The point is, we fell asleep. I woke up. My dad was dead, and now I'm my dad.
That's a
That's
good
what
twist.
I thought, but that's not what happened.
That's not what happened.
Yeah, no, but that's seriously what happened. That's never happened to you? You never fallen asleep?
No.
You've never fallen asleep?
No.
You've never fallen asleep?
Oh.
Yeah.
No. Just kidding. No, I've never fallen asleep in water.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so easy to do.
I know. I get sleepy and then I get out and I go to bed.
I fall asleep driving all the time.
I have fallen asleep driving.
You have?
Yeah, at a stoplight, I fell asleep and the person came up and started knocking on my window. Yeah.
What'd you do? Did you
I
scream?
woke up and I was like, sorry.
Did you try to act cool?
I don't really remember what I did because it was like the whole drive home. It was so hard to keep my eyes open.
Yeah, I've been
And-
there.
It's like kind of crazy how you can literally fall asleep while driving.
I used to do it all the time. I've gotten in several wrecks.
Wait, that was not English. What did you just say?
I've gotten in several wrecks.
Oh, and what?
Yeah.
By falling asleep?
Yeah, I fell asleep and went over a median, blew out 3 of my tires, and spun out in the opposite lane.
Were you like drinking at? Was it night?
Nope, just sleepy. I fell asleep.
Wow.
And the best part was after I woke up and my car was spinning. And here's the other thing: I'm a musical theater kid, so I had Lion King playing on on my CD.
Yeah.
And so I woke up and I was
Circle of
spinning
Life.
out, and all I heard was "Be prepared," and I was like, "I'm dead. I'm dying right now," and everything was spinning. And then the guy who almost hit my car came out, and he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then he was like, "Hey, don't you work at the Gaslight?"
What?
Recognized me immediately, and I was like, "Oh gosh,
You're like, yeah, I fell
I
asleep.
love being famous."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then I said I fell asleep.
That's insane.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah,
and that
no.
wasn't the first time. That was like the third time.
You have been through some shit.
But you know what? That's the thing. I've always wanted to die in my sleep,
So,
so that's the way to do it.
Yeah,
Just fall asleep while
you're-
driving. You'll die in your sleep.
or in the bath, or in a pool or something.
Doesn't work. You'll wake up and you're
Really?
just older.
You're like, I've tried.
Yeah, I've tried.
My dad and I tried together.
Me and my dad tried to fall asleep together.
So, yeah. I forgot literally how we got on that conversation. Oh, the bathtub.
Oh, about bathtubs because you can't fall asleep in the bathtub.
Yeah, I can't fall asleep in the bathtub. And that's that. Maybe I'll try it someday.
Don't. It's illegal.
I'm not a donkey. So another fact I found
Yeah.
was in Colorado, Boulder made it illegal to keep a couch on your porch. And the
Okay.
reason is because the University of Colorado got in trouble for burning couches. And that's what caused the law to keep couches and porches mutually exclusive. So you can't have them on your porch anywhere. Which is interesting because in Tucson, a lot of people have couches and porches, or
Mm-hmm. A lot of people
couches on their porch.
Yeah, a lot of people have couches on their porch.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have porches underneath their couches.
Yep, both.
Yeah.
But that's really common here.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I see it a lot.
It's very common. It's very disgusting because there's bugs and...
Yeah, usually it's
if you
gross.
have a couch on your porch means that it's not good enough to be inside. It's probably too dirty to be inside, so you put it on your porch and then people go sit on it on the porch.
Yeah.
So gross.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. It's not like the nicer houses have it. But I'm saying it's weird that it's completely illegal in all of Colorado because university would...
Yeah, I feel... See, and here's the thing. We talked about this. I agree with that. Make it illegal everywhere. Don't have a couch on your porch. Get a bench that swings back and forth.
Okay, Grandma.
Yeah, that's okay. If you put a bed on a porch,
Yeah.
would you sleep on it?
No, but I also wouldn't sit on those couches. I'm just saying
exactly.
people do it.
Yeah, they shouldn't do it. It's gross. It's like you get bed bugs and lice.
Oh, yeah.
And then you
that's
bring that into your house, and I don't want to expose anyone, but I know someone who had bed bugs in their house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it like ruined the family.
No way.
Yeah, and they had to take all their beds out and all this stuff, and
Wow.
they couldn't sleep inside.
Am I getting deja vu?
I don't know. I just know somebody, I'm not going to say who it is, who had a bed bug problem. And it's probably because she or he, I'm not going to say who it was, but it was a she. And she sat probably on a couch that was on a porch.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
I didn't want to expose
I don't know
you.
how I got bed bugs, but I didn't.
It was probably that.
It was probably that.
It was probably
It was
that.
probably all the porches I sat on.
Yeah, you probably sat on too many couch porches.
Couch porches. Okay,
So-
fine.
Everybody...
Everyone adopt this law, okay?
Yeah, nobody should be sitting on a couch that is outside.
Amen.
Period.
All right. Do you got any good ones?
I got a few good ones. All of them I agree with. First off, silly string was banned in Southington, Connecticut since 1996.
F that.
And selling or using the silly stuff in public places comes with a $99 fine. Reasonable fine. But also, I agree. Silly string should not be allowed.
No. That was the height of my childhood.
You
and
had a sad childhood.
I had a fun childhood, and silly string was part of it. Why don't you like it? Because it gets sticky and it's hard to clean up?
Yeah,
Were you
and
the
it's
cleanup
dumb.
crew? You were the cleanup crew.
I wasn't the cleanup crew. I just think it's dumb for people to be like, here's a surprise. We'll assault him with silly string. And we'll
you
just
were the one that got
spray.
assaulted with
No,
silly
not
string.
even that. Like people, like even like friends, like my mom would be like, we're going to get your aunt and we're just going to spray silly string. It's nobody likes it when you enter a room and a bunch of people start coming at you with like, it looks like pepper spray and they're all like, ah, and then they start spraying it and you have a moment where you think you're going to die. And then you're like, oh wait, it's just silly string. And then it's all over the place.
Yeah. And actually that stuff does leave gross residue.
Yeah.
It smells bad. And
It's horrible.
And it leaves like gross oils, even though I know it comes off. I would, as an adult, I would hate it if someone sprayed silly string on me.
Right?
But as a kid, it was a blast. Like when it was a mutual thing. We wouldn't surprise people with it. Like I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But it would be like a silly string, it was our way of doing, what do you say it? Paintball.
Okay, so
You know what I mean? Like a fight kind of thing.
yeah. But here's the other thing. Just use Cheese Whiz.
What?
Just use Cheese
No,
Whiz because
silly
it's made out of the same stuff.
It basically
Cheese
is.
Whiz and Silly String are made out of the same ingredients, just one has multiple colors and the other one is just a dark, creepy yellow.
Ooh, Cheese Whiz is so gross.
Cheese Whiz is so gross, but it also works
But that
as
stuff
Silly
would
String.
actually make more of a mess. Let's
I
be
don't think so.
honest. All right, next law you have.
California says do not molest butterflies. Now what they mean is you're not supposed to you're supposed to look with your eyes, not with your hands. There's a certain butterfly that you're not supposed to touch with your hands.
Oh, I've heard this because then they can't fly.
Yeah, don't say molest though.
Yeah,
It kind of takes away the seriousness of molesting other things.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. California is like, don't molest butterflies.
AKA touch. You're
Okay.
like, what
yeah,
about?
just say touch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's illegal to touch a butterfly. Everyone knows what that means.
Yeah. Do you think that in California, like, that like electrical signs are like wet paint? They say do not molest instead of do not touch.
Yeah.
They're like,
There's paint on the walls. It's like the caution sign.
Wet paint, don't molest. I'm gonna get when I have a kid. We've talked when I have a kid named Shits. I'm getting him a shirt that says, "Do not molest." Wet paint, do not molest.
Wet paint, don't molest.
Yeah, I'm a butterfly. Don't molest me.
That is like very weird.
That's
wording.
weird that they have.
That is very California, though.
Yeah, don't molest butterflies. They don't have a law that says don't molest kids, though. How about that?
Yeah. How about don't molest kids? This is a lot of learning. A lot of learning we're doing today.
Yeah, a lot of learning, but also don't molest butterflies unless you have their consent and they're over 18 years old.
That is very New York, or California.
Wait,
I was thinking of New York.
Yeah. That's also another law. Don't get California and New York mixed up.
Yeah, seriously though. They will hate you.
That's also interesting because molest is very specific also. The word molest is like touching someone without consent that is underage, right?
Yeah.
So if the butterfly is overage and gives you consent, then you can't touch it.
You have to ask first.
Yeah, you have to ask. Mm-hmm. And if it flaps its wings twice, it means yes. Once, it means it's dead. Which means you can't touch it.
Which means you can't do it.
But I think that's interesting. Molesting means that there is a scenario where you could touch it. Right?
You're getting really into this.
I'm really into molestation of butterflies.
Really into this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyways, continue with...
That's what it means.
Could you imagine? You get to jail and you're with all these tough guys. Like,
so what did you do?
Yeah, what are you in here
I molested a butterfly.
Yeah, I got the electric chair tomorrow. What'd you do? Silly string, bro.
I wore slippers past 10 p.m. in New York.
Is that one?
Yeah, in New York, you can't wear slippers after dark.
What?
But be honest, that's the most New York thing you've ever heard. Like all classy and stuff. Like you can't be walking around with slippers after dark.
I guess. What are they doing now during quarantine? Are there a lot of people in trouble right now?
Maybe they lifted it for quarantine.
I hope they didn't. I hope that they stuck to that. You doubled down on that one.
Put on heels now.
Yeah. Yeah, you do that.
But that would be a really funny one. Or in Alabama, it's illegal to drive blindfolded. Who the hell will drive blindfolded anyway?
Have you ever tried?
Driving blindfolded?
Yeah.
No, I'm already a bad driver.
The worst that happens is a cop pulls you over and gives you a sobriety test.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Happened to me last night.
Oh, that's what you were doing.
Yeah.
You needed to include the blindfolded part.
No, because it's not illegal.
But it's literally illegal. Have you seen Bird Box?
Yes, I have.
So she would be screwed in Alabama.
She would be, yeah.
She'd be in jail.
Yeah, especially if there's an alien invasion where if you look at something, then you die. Like they crack down on that law at that time. Yeah. They're like, well, you shouldn't have been driving.
Well, okay, next.
Here's one.
You got one?
Swearing at sports events is illegal in Massachusetts. If you're over 16, it is against the law to swear at players or officials during sporting events in Massachusetts.
Weird.
Now, that's crazy because Massachusetts has the city of Boston, who are the most dirty-mouthed people ever. And they swear, they have the Red Sox and the Patriots. Right. You know that they're swearing all the time.
But you literally it's illegal to swear.
If you're over 16, so if you're 15... Go ahead and run that dirty mouth
all these
of you.
12-year-olds.
Yeah.
All the dads are whispering to their kids what to scream.
So obviously that's a law why do you even have that if you're allowed to break it?
Yeah. It's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, that freaking thing just lost my train of thought.
There was a moth and Susie just tried to molest it. There's a moth in the room and Susie tried to molest it. And I feel uncomfortable and I don't know what to do. I think I should call the cops.
Oh, I was going to say a personal thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this isn't personal, but have you been to Utah?
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like their alcohol laws there are so weird. And I keep forgetting this. Like I've been to Utah twice. One last year and then one this year to go snowboarding. And each time I want to drink. Duh. Yeah. I want to I think because I have issues.
Yeah.
So the one last year, we tried to go out and stuff, and their bars close super early, their liquor stores close early.
Yeah.
And you can't buy, back then, it was the alcohol, you couldn't buy any alcohol except from a liquor store that was hard liquor, and all the beers and stuff were all under 3.2%. So it's just a waste of money. I mean, not a waste of money.
And I say this a lot, because I've had exes in the past who get mad at how much I drink. You drink to get drunk.
Yeah.
You drink to feel it.
Right. At
Maybe
least
not
to feel
drunk,
it, not to
but
get
you-
drunk.
But you drink
like,
to feel tipsy.
yeah, I don't want
can't
to
stand people who say, and I'm getting freaking pissed right now. I can't stand people who say, I have one drink and I'm done. What are you doing?
Why?
Alcohol does not taste good. Everybody
Yes, it
knows
does.
that. No, it doesn't. It tastes good
Say
for
that
what
to
it
my
does.
cocktails I've done every single week.
Okay, if alcohol tastes that good, have it in the morning.
That's weird. I would have
You'd have a shot of tequila in the morning? Cool. Then you have a problem. If you do that, then you have a problem. If it doesn't taste good, you have orange juice in the morning, you have cranberry juice. Some people even have soda in the morning. You do not have alcohol in the morning because it would hurt you. You go, ow, So the only reason why you have alcohol is to feel it.
Yeah.
And it sometimes tastes good because it tastes good compared to the feeling that you're going to get. You drink tequila, you can feel the tequila.
I genuinely genuinely though, like beers. But I do like to drink,
That's
like,
not
I would
true.
want multiple drinks to feel it a little bit. I don't drink every day, by the way, but
Just every other day.
just every other day.
Here's the thing about taste buds, though. As you get older, your taste buds actually go away. As you get older, you start to lose your taste buds,
Yeah.
right? So when you're younger, you don't like the taste of alcohol, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as you get older, you lose your taste buds, and then you start to like alcohol. So that's what we call an acquired taste, is actually a loss of taste. So you still don't like alcohol. The thing is, you've just gotten older, and now you don't have the taste buds to tell you that you don't like it. So no one really likes alcohol. If you don't like it as a kid, you don't like it as an adult. You just lost that feeling. Just like how I used to fall in love all the time as a kid, and now that I'm older, I've lost the feeling of love, and now I don't feel love anymore, and that's okay, but I don't
think
say
that's
that
true?
now love is good, you know?
Yeah. Is that true though with the taste bud thing?
Yeah, you actually lose your taste.
Well, okay, I have heard that, but I genuinely feel like I can taste alcohol and I like it. Not like, oh
But your
yeah, I
first
like
time-
it because I can't taste it.
But, well, no, you can't like what you can't taste.
Yeah.
But when you were younger, you didn't like alcohol.
Yeah, that's true.
So what happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
But what about when people develop their palates, you know, like they get good at like tasting different notes of like wine and things like that. Like you used to not be able to do that and then now you can.
Right. But that's from abusing your taste buds, I believe.
Abuse.
It
Taste
is
buds abuse.
totally molesting your taste buds, and that's how you get to liking alcohol. And anybody who says, I just like drinking one drink and then going to bed
Lies.
is a total asshole.
We know
Now
you molested your taste
yeah,
buds.
Yeah, you molested your taste buds and you just try to cover it up.
Oh my god.
I do not like people who drink and say that they like it for the taste. You drink and you like it because it makes you feel good. That's why you drink alcohol. Nobody snorts cocaine for the smell. You snort cocaine for the feeling.
Randall, we don't have to argue about this anymore. I'm standing with the people who say they like alcohol for the taste because I do.
For
no.
the learned taste.
No.
You've learned to taste
Okay,
it.
fine. Whether I learn to taste it or not, I like the taste.
Now you do. As a kid, you didn't.
Okay. Now I
So-
do though.
So then you agree with me that it's
Su-
actually
Su-
a loss of taste.
Susie now likes the taste.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, because you don't have the taste buds anymore
Okay,
to
it
tell you that
doesn't
you
matter
don't
why.
like it. Yeah. Just like how if I burn my hand once, I'm going to feel the burn. I'm going to go, ow, ow, ow. And then if
then
I burn
over
it
time-
again, it still hurts. But then by the fifth time when I'm older, now I have an acquired taste for burning my hand. And it's okay now. And I actually like burning my hand.
I wish
and
you
it's
guys could
totally okay.
I wish you guys could see Randall's face
I wish
right now.
you guys could feel Randall right now. I'm
Ew.
boiling for no reason.
He literally is
My
getting
blood is boiling.
so heated.
I don't know why, but here's the thing. I have a problem with people being hypocritical about alcohol.
Yeah.
When people say, I like the taste of alcohol and that's why I drink it, lies.
Oh,
Liar,
okay. Hold on.
Go.
Hold on.
molest a butterfly and go to jail.
Okay. I get it. This
You
is
get it?
No, I get where this is coming from. This is
What?
coming from something deep,
No.
something personal. It's something that has hurt you. I understand why you're so passionate about it now. And hey,
People get drunk to feel something. It's not to get drunk, but it's to feel something.
To feel something.
It's not for the taste.
Okay.
Because never, ever, 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 ever have you been a little bit hot or dehydrated and then went for a glass of vodka. Unless you're Russian.
What about a margarita?
Still, if you're thirsty, what do you go for?
Margarita.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I know what you mean.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why do you go for a margarita? Because of the feeling you get from the margarita.
Yeah.
Why do you go for water?
Because you need it.
Because you need it.
Because you need it.
Why do you go for orange juice? Because of the taste.
Because the taste.
Why do you go for alcohol? Because you want to get effed up, baby.
And you want stories to tell.
It's plain and simple. There it is. Don't tell me differently, or I will fall asleep in a tub.
Yeah, you don't do it so that you have stories to tell of
Jesus
what
Christ,
happened.
I've never been this angry before.
The Hangover. He is really bad.
I'm so freaking pissed right now.
You are, and I still stand by. I like alcohol for the taste. But back to the Utah thing. It was weird.
Yeah.
That was really weird to me though. And then when I went this past time, they changed it a little bit, made it more relaxed. But it's like everything's closed on maybe the weekends or on Sunday. Everything's closed no matter what. Bars close super early. The only place that sells any type of alcohol over 4% is like a liquor store, which closes early. It's just very frustrating. And I think that's a stupid rule.
Do you think it's the Mormons?
Oh, well, yeah, of course it is.
Jesus.
Jesus. It's just annoying.
Joseph.
It's only like 50% Mormons there anyway, or 60.
I know, but you don't
imagine being
Mormons...
the other 40% actually. I would live in Utah if it wasn't for their whack rules and like their life.
So you would live in Utah if their alcohol
Okay, that sounds so intense. Not just the alcohol, but like, for example, a lot of Mormons don't drink caffeine, so they also don't have good coffee shops there. Like, there's less good coffee shops because there isn't a higher demand for it. I don't know, but Utah's so beautiful.
It's very pretty.
The state, yeah.
The people are very pretty.
Oh.
The basketball team's very pretty.
Mm.
It's interesting that because they have alcohol beverages there, right?
Yeah.
But the amount of alcohol is not enough for you.
Yeah, well, it's just annoying.
So
like,
it's not. It's the feeling. It doesn't get you the feeling that you want.
It was
because the taste is still there.
No. Trust me. So I like hazy IPAs. Okay. Normally they're like 7% or 7 to like 9%.
Yeah.
Okay. I got one and it was like 3%. I tasted it. It tasted like someone tried to make a fake hazy. Like it tasted watery. And I was like, this doesn't taste like a beer. And I looked at it and I was like, oh, this is freaking 3%. So the taste was off. Also, yes, I agree. I don't want to intake 200 calories. No, like 600 calories to feel how I feel with 200.
Right. Yeah.
So you're right.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Randall.
Thank you.
And also, I don't want to keep opening this wound that you have.
I know. It's I don't know
we'll
what
talk
that's
about
from.
This.
I don't know what it's from. I actually know exactly what it's from. It's from a girlfriend. Ex-girlfriend who used to judge me for how much I drank because she would drink one drink and I wouldn't be satisfied with just one drink and I'd keep drinking and she'd be like, you have a problem. And I'd be like, you need to stop talking like this. And then she would slap me and then I'd be, you can't molest butterflies because that's what you identified
are, a
with. Yeah, I'm a beautiful butterfly. That's what my mama told me.
Okay, Randall, there's a reason we're friends, so it's okay.
There is?
Wait, there is? So I have a friend named Austin Rolls and he is, he flies helicopters and airplanes. He's a pilot. That's the word for it.
Yeah.
I was like, he flies things.
He's a driver of flying things.
Exactly. He's a driver of flying things in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And he sent me some weird rules about like airplanes and things like aircraft, whatever. He said human remains are allowed on carry-ons.
What if like you're a doctor with like...
Oh, yeah, I'm a doctor. Just as a carry-on. I'm just going to carry on this heart. Mm-hmm. That probably is why for, like, more medical things.
Yeah.
But the fact that that's allowed on all carry-ons. Like, he said it's allowed on carry-ons.
Right, if you didn't murder them.
Like, oh, yeah, I just have this arm. It's my grandma's arm. I carry it around with me in my bag.
That's actually funny you say that because one of the laws that I found was it's illegal to bite someone's arm off in Rhode Island.
That should be illegal everywhere.
Nope, just Rhode Island. Also, you could bite their leg off.
Just not,
that's totally
just
legal.
Not the arm?
Yeah, just not the arm.
I didn't even think of that.
So you can bring on body parts, though, on an aircraft.
Yeah, which is weird.
Is he from America?
Yeah, he's in Texas.
Wow. That's kind of cool.
What does that have to do with?
Well, I don't, like...
Oh, wait, the body part thing?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Like maybe like if he was...
Oh, human remains.
Yeah, I was totally...
Did I say body part or remains? I think I said remains.
Oh. So human remains. Oh, so if they're already dead, you can...
What? Yeah.
Well, I guess
Wouldn't they be dead anyway?
That's not true. Like if you were gonna, you know how like in mob movies when they send like a hand to like the person and be like,
see,
if
that's
you
what
want the rest.
that's what I was thinking of,
So
or
that's
like
illegal
a heart.
because that's a body part and they're still alive. But human remains,
Oh,
you can.
it's different.
Cause like, what about ashes or like stuff like that? Cause like my dad has his
ashes.
Has his
That's a good
mom's
point.
ashes in his closet.
Creepy. Yeah, I don't know. Another one is flight attendants may not declare a death. They have to treat the person as if they're alive until the medical personnel announces them as dead, which kind of makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
Like you can't like pronounce the thing, but I think just imagining that, like having to pretend like this person's alive for like an 8-hour flight or however long it is would be really
Jesus.
weird.
What do you think they died like right away?
They
died right away, and
they
then they're
step
like,
onto the plane, dies.
Yeah, and then they're like, we still have to get to our destination. We've got a schedule to stick to.
Yeah, the flight doesn't even take off yet.
Yeah,
they're like, well, we still gotta go.
Well, let's get up in the
like
air.
they're alive.
He's still kind of alive. Get up in the air so he stays alive.
That's a good point. We're getting closer to heaven. That's it. This one makes me really mad. He said it's mandatory for female flight attendants to wear makeup, but male flight attendants are not allowed to wear makeup. And I just hate that. I hate that it's mandatory for women, and I hate that men can't do it.
It's mandatory for women.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like that at all.
I feel like a woman made that rule, though. I don't feel like a man made that rule.
Lies.
Totally
No.
true.
No way. When that rule was made, that rule wouldn't be made now by a woman. And when that was made, it was probably all men in charge.
How do you know? Did it say that?
Look at you. You know I'm right. I see
No,
it in your face.
No.
Yeah.
Here's why I don't think so. Because usually, I don't think there's many men out there who demand women to wear makeup.
Oh,
yes. Well, some douchebags do.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times, I think it's girls judging girls.
I think maybe now, like
a lot of girls will be like, hey,
you should wear makeup.
You should wear like, look at that girl. She looks so horrible. Like, why didn't she dress up? And like, that's what you think in your head is like, these other girls are going to judge me. And so I need to put on makeup.
Yeah. I think that's true. Cause I've definitely been that kind of person where it's like, I try to look better to fit in with the other girls.
Right.
I never look better. I never put on makeup to look better for a guy, or I would do it for myself or whatever. But in this situation, I would not be surprised if some like rich person in charge was the one to be like, this is how I want the women to look.
Yeah, you're probably right. Because also I think the way that flight attendants have to dress up is kind of sexist.
It's weird too.
And weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all of it, honestly.
Yeah, but also...
And their makeup is also extreme, too. I wonder if there's a rule, like, you have to wear purple eyeshadow and pink blush.
Maybe. The one thing that I don't like about flight attendants is, like, a lot of the times they're not that good at their job.
I know. What do they do?
Yeah.
We're just not bashing on flight attendants.
Yeah, let's actually bash flight attendants.
Actually, let's go on a whole hour rant on flight attendants.
Yeah, if you're going to put on that much makeup for your job, do better.
What are they? I don't even know what you're supposed to do, but yeah, do better.
Yeah. Because I feel like all they got to do is what? Serve drinks?
I guess. I don't know. But they get a lot of money, I feel like.
What are flight attendants? Why do we need them?
I don't know.
What do we need them for?
I don't know. I was thinking that.
Imagine this.
I was just thinking that. There's always like 4 or 2 or 5.
Imagine this. We re-evaluate the airline service.
Uh-huh.
And instead of flight attendants, we now have like
robots.
A self-serving station.
Oh,
like
we
you
will.
can get up
Yeah.
and you can just go get a fountain drink yourself.
Yeah.
Instead of waiting for them to come by with their cart.
I think maybe the only other reason we would have it is like safety. If there was an issue, they could help like control evacuation. But I agree with that. And I think things will move towards that in all aspects of life.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Like so many jobs can be replaced now with like robots and machines.
Yeah.
That's going to happen. There's no way it's not.
Yeah, because there's no need for flight attendants.
There's no need.
Sorry, flight
Sorry,
attendants.
Austin.
Also,
Austin gave me these fun facts, and now we're sitting here bashing like everything to do with like airlines.
Yeah, actually, we're very ignorant and we don't know a lot. They might do a lot of things.
Yeah, they probably
There's
do.
probably are a lot more than just demonstrations and serving people.
Yeah, the way we're treating flight attendants is probably how people treat like nurses who don't know what nurses do.
Yeah.
You know, because
exactly.
I think there's some anyways.
Yeah, because nurses are
Compared to
also
doctors.
overrated. I'm joking. That's a joke.
I didn't know what to say.
Nurses are not overrated. We need nurses. We might need
Flight attendants.
but mostly.
I love it when you just looked over and you're like, I'm joking.
Because I could feel you get offended. I could feel you get offended.
Okay.
Anything else?
I
got a lot more, but I think that we've pretty much covered the big ones.
Yeah. The U.S. is weird. That's all I'm going to say.
It is, but we don't really enforce any of those rules.
Yeah, we don't. You could probably get away with all
I feel
this.
like that's just for little shits and giggles.
Just like,
it's just fun little facts that we say just to make us sound more interesting, but we don't really care.
You're like, we got to make some rules here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
So,
Sorry if you guys heard my dogs at all throughout this podcast. They were being kind of needy.
They were being very needy. But you know what? Sometimes we all are a little bit needy.
It's true.
And we need a little bit of attention.
Very true.
So we can't really judge any being for that.
We can't.
Yeah. But you know what we can do?
We can subscribe to our podcast. Give us 5 stars. Follow our Instagram. Send us drink recommendations, other podcast recommendations. And guess what? If you made it this far, I love you.
Yeah. And also, I love you too. I just want you guys to know that I'm doing better.
What?
I just feel like I went on a very angry rant and I needed to apologize for my actions and my words. I actually do love all flight attendants, except for the male ones that wear makeup and
that
wear makeup, because males are not supposed to wear makeup.
Oh,
right.
I'm gonna cancel you.
I like how we only bashed on the female ones, but we didn't talk about how the males put on a little bit of blush.
That they get in so much trouble.
Yeah, they should be fired.
That's so messed up.
Yeah, that's so messed up.
It's so dumb.
But just remember that nothing really matters, and the laws are there to make us laugh. The laws are not there to be followed. Break the rules if you want to, if you think it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, whatever feels right to you.
Whatever feels right to you, you do.
Yep.
Own it.
Own it, baby.
Own it, baby. Know who you are, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.